So I think President Obama is, there are a host of issues. I think some of which he talked about in his inaugural speech, which look at things like immigration reform, gun control, climate change was one thing he mentioned a lot during his inaugural speech. But I'm hoping that in his State of the Union, he would focus a lot more on tax reform. And we have the debt ceiling debate coming up in May. We have the sequester, coming up soon, and we know that there is the expiration of the Bush tax cuts, the big debate that happened at the end of December. We know it got resolved, and we know that tax rates went up only, let's say, for the top two tax brackets. But there are a lot of issues that are still not resolved. I think on both sides there is some leftover resentment about not getting exactly what they want. I think President Obama would like to get the Republicans to concede to even more tax increases. I think the Republicans would like President Obama and the Democrats to agree to more spending cuts. And I think that that's going to be a big issue going forward. We don't know who's going to yield, and we have, I think there's going to be a lot of discussion of that surrounding the sequester. I think both sides would not like the sequester to happen, but also would not like to give in to their respective on their respective ideologies. So I think that's going to be a big debate. And while a lot of that has focused on sort of personal tax reform, what happens to individual income tax rates, I'm hoping that there will be more discussion this year about corporate tax reform. So, at AEI, we've done a tremendous amount of work looking at where the US stands in terms of corporate income taxes and relative to other developing and developed and OECD countries. And the US has today not one of the highest, but the highest corporate tax rate amongst the developed countries. And there's a tremendous amount of research again showing the negative investment effects of that within the US. And Kevin Hassett and I have done research showing that those investment effects also translate to lower wages for the average worker. So corporate tax reform is one thing that I'm hoping will be discussed in the State of the Union.